Hey everybody, welcome back to Prescription Bourbon. I'm DMC from Louisville, Kentucky. Today I'm doing a review of Booker's 2023-3 Mighty Fine Batch Bourbon Whiskey. So this is the third release of Booker's Bourbon in 2023. These come with a little card here, a little information card, and info on this says that this comes in at 126.6 proof, and it is 7 years, 1 month old. And this is a batched product that was made from barrels from 7 different production dates, aged in what looks like 7 different warehouses. It gives you all the full info here. In fact, 55% of this was from barrels from 1 production date, so that means the other 45% were from 6 other dates and all that. But the youngest is going to be 7 years, 1 month old. All right, I've got a glass poured here already. I've had it sitting out for the last 20 minutes or so, getting some air. These can drink a little hot, definitely a little proofy, 126 proof. And sometimes the alcohol can be pretty strong on them, so I've had this sitting out here. But that's one thing that, a little history on Booker's. Booker No, when Master Distiller, created this brand back in 1988. They claim it was the first mass-produced cast strength bourbon on the market. It is, as I said, it is cast strength. It is a batch product, and it is non-chill filtered, so they list right in the box, they say small batch bourbon collection, uncut and unfiltered. So all the batches were originally picked by Booker No. He retired as Master Distiller in 1992. He continued to pick these batches out, supposedly. He did pass away in 2004, and he had picked batches right before that point in time. And his son, Fred No, who is now the Master Distiller at Jim Beam, has picked batches since then. So, all right, go on and give this a quick nose and a taste and give you my review. All right, I am getting some wood influence on this. As I said, you can't go in real deep on this nose because it does have a lot of ethanol on it. So the wood is nice. It smells old. So a nice old wood note on it. A little bit of something like an orange zest, orange citrus on there too, just ever so lightly. You can tell there's some spice coming there too, so a little tingle on the nose with what almost smells like cinnamon, but it's really hard to get on the nose, honestly. So give it a sip. Cheers. Definitely has a viscous, thick mouthfeel to it. You can see on the glass here, the legs are long and looks oily on the glass. It's got a good dark color to it. Had some sweetness right up front. It does have some cinnamon spice, brown sugar sweetness, cinnamon spice. Good warmth going down. Long layering finish, and it's a good cinnamon spice finish there. The oakiness is not there on the taste. It's not. There's just a little bit of oak on the taste. It's not over oaked. It's not drying. I definitely get the more cinnamon spice. Brown sugar up front, cinnamon spice. Good mouthfeel. Very nice. This is a nice, pleasant sip from this bottle. Yeah, I haven't bought a whole lot of Booker's over the years. This is actually only my third bottle I purchased. So, yeah, the price has crept up over the years. In fact, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to go ahead and compare this with my oldest bottle that I have open. And this happens to be the Country Ham batch. So this is the 2019-03 batch. So this is 4 years older than this. I'm going to have to finish this bottle off pretty soon. I'm down to about a third of the bottle there. Once I get to that level, I like to finish these bottles off and not let them sit around. Got the card on this guy though. This guy was 124.7 proof. Came in at 6 years, 4 months old, and was made from barrels all produced on the same day, single day, date, and stored in 3 different warehouses. So, interesting. They actually give you the barrel count, even 364 barrels, all produced on the same date, stored in 3 different warehouses. Went into this Country Ham batch. So, so this bottle, I probably bought it in I know it's a 2019 release. I probably bought this in 2020. And I think I picked it up for, at the time, $65 back then. So let's say almost 4 years ago. The batch I've got in between then and now is Granny's batch that I bought. And I don't remember what I paid for that, but I'm guessing around $80. And this Mighty Fine batch, I paid $95 for it. So it's definitely been creeping up. Seems to have leveled out though. That $100 mark seems to be the threshold for it. I think here in Kentucky, I can find them cheaper than other places in the country for sure. But if I look around, I can usually definitely find them for under $100. And they're usually not hard to find. They do eventually disappear, but they usually sit on the shelves for a while. So it's something, if you like this profile and you want to look for it, they're usually easy to find. So I also had Country Ham poured already, and it's been sitting out for about 20 minutes also. Let's compare the nose here. Definitely more muted on the nose. This bottle's been open for at least 3 years. I can still get some of the oak on the nose. Definitely some different notes on this one. I know I picked up a little bit of orange on this one. This one has some fruit, but it's more like a cherry cough drop type of nose on that. So, color-wise, I don't have the same amount in these anymore, but very similar in color. I thought originally when I had these poured, my fine batch might have looked a little darker, but can't really compare it right now. So, Country Ham batch definitely didn't have the sweetness up front. It's definitely a thinner mouthfeel. Hit very hot on the tongue. In fact, that was the first thing that hit was the heat. And oddly enough, the sweet comes after the heat. You get the heat punch, get that nice sweet. There's some spice there, but the sweet is what lingers. Didn't seem as warm going down. So this one, I think overall, seems a little sweeter, just on the finish for sure. So whereas this one had a lingering cinnamon spice finish, this one has more of a lingering sweet spice finish. Very nice. Definitely have been enjoying this one. I don't pour it that often. usually when I'm doing some comparisons with some other stuff. So I've enjoyed the sip there on the country ham. Hotter on the tongue. Didn't seem as hot going down or as warm going down. Sweet came later. And the sweet was on the finish, but the finish was not nearly as long as the Mighty Fine batch, I don't believe. So. Got some vanilla on the nose this time, but let's give this one more final taste. Yeah, definitely the sweet hits you front and foremost. I said the brown sugar. Now I got vanilla on there just like I got the nose. I got the vanilla with that too. The mouth feels noticeably different. It's thicker than the country ham was. And that spice, immediately, that sweet immediately turns into cinnamon spice on the tongue and just lingers. This is a nice pour. This, at this point, like I said, it might not be a fair comparison because my country ham's been open for so long, but if I was doing a blind, I guarantee you this Mighty Fine batch would win this round. Love this pickup. I think it beats it on nose, taste, finish. So across the board, this is a knockout punch for Mighty Fine batch. Recommend picking it up if you can find it. Appreciate you tuning in. Hit that like button, subscribe, leave some comments down below. If you're a Booker's fan or not. If you've had this batch or any of these previous batches, let me know in the comments. Love to have that conversation with you. Remember, everybody, all bourbon is whiskey, but all whiskey is not bourbon. The best bourbon comes from Kentucky. Cheers.